What's up guys, today's starter deck opening is going to be Rezzard the Undead Lord. Rezzard's a really cool ruler because he just looks absolutely amazing. His sight is super big as you can see over here. I'll show it once I actually pull the card out. You can like faintly see it pulling out all the way over here. It takes up most of his bottom art. The full art card of this, the full art version of this card is beautiful. I really like the art on this box too. For some reason it seems a little bit more vibrant than the other ones. All of them have been beautiful so far, but just this one just seems like it mends in a lot better. I don't know if it's just the colors I like or I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. And then up here you kind of have like a black background with like a slight white faint going out. Normally we've had the color of, you know, the element in the little circle there, but because if it was just black you wouldn't be able to see it, they kind of made this like hollow feel to it, which I think is really interesting. You still have the arts all over the side. Rezzard stretches out this far as well. So the box just looks absolutely great. I think, once again, I've said this in all of the starter deck openings, but they did such a good job on the box that I think it's really appealing to new players. It makes people want to try out the game, and for 15 bucks to get like a complete starter deck isn't too bad. On the back, you have the listing of the deck. You also have, of course, this little sentence of manipulate the graveyard and use Death Sight to steal cards. Even though there's a lot of milling in this deck, I actually believe that they're stretching for using Death Sight and Rezzard as your win condition, possibly with Underground Dragger and Mass Produce Giant Landmine as well, kind of as like the stealth standby cards to kind of use that to your advantage. There is a lot of milling cards, however it seems like there is a couple things missing, I guess you could say. If you are going to pick up the Rezzard deck, I would highly suggest picking up those couple singles, mainly just Arthur, which is of course the card on this mat. Arthur is one of Persephone's best targets you can revive. There's a couple other ones you can mix in as well, but I'm really surprised they didn't throw him in there. Maybe it was just kind of too expensive to reprint the card. I don't know. Well, not expensive on their part, but they didn't want to like ruin the value. However, Arthur's just like $1 card, so I don't really understand why that happened. Maybe they didn't want to put two super rares in this one because Persephone's already a super rare as well, normally in the actual set. So that could possibly be the reason why, but I would definitely highly suggest getting Arthur. I'm going to go through the cards and show you guys what they do. The inside of the box comes with a manual and stuff, of course. I'm not even going to bother taking them out. It's a manual, it's a how to play, and I'm blanking out here. Manual, how to play, and play mat. So there you go. Sorry about that. And then we have this little box holding the cards, a little packet for it. You can undo real easily. And then you get your Twilight Wanderer Darkstones in the back. So the deck itself is of course just 40 cards, 1 ruler, 10 stones. You have Rezzard, which looks really cool. I wanted to show off his sight because it looks really cool, but it literally stretches out like in his entire art, which just looks absolutely amazing. We have his ruler side over here, which is him just holding like a corpse's hand. Of course, Rezzard's the one that revives Arthur, and I believe Merlin as well, so that's really interesting. His flavor text down here says, "Death comes to all without discretion. I am the only exception." So that's really interesting, and it's just really cool. He's like a psychopath pretty much. I mean, he's more like well-rounded and not evil, like compared to like Valentina. But I feel like, you know, he's like one of those mad scientists that's just like having his crazy experiments and stuff, or like Orochimaru from Naruto. Like I feel like I could see him being that person. So for the deck, it comes with 4 Dark Purges. Dark Purge is just a very typical removal card. It's not gonna, there's no red in here, so it's not gonna come with a card like Flame of the Outer World. Also, Flame of the Outer World is from NPR. This only comes with cards from the recent set, so for recent sets, it's a really good removal card. Same with Endless Night. Endless Night would have comboed even better with Arthur, so I'm surprised he's not in there. Once again, I think it's because of the super rare thing. There's 4 of Niflheim, the Realm of the Dead, which is of course his main milling engine. Milling is used in this deck to fuel Persephone, which is of course the next card. Persephone lets you revive level 4 or lower Dark Resonator from your graveyard when she flips in from the stealth standby, which of course Rezzard can put her in with his enter effect. Once again, because Arthur would have been such a great target for her, I'm surprised he's not in the deck. The link below I provide for the starter deck guide that the website provides even says themselves that, you know, Arthur's a great addition and he doesn't come in the deck. I don't know why they didn't really put something else that'd be a decent target, but they even pretty much say Persephone's best target is just another milled Persephone. I think Soulless Soldier isn't that bad. Necromancy of the Undead Lord could have also been put in here, but it's not. That's another card you might be wanting to look into, as it does benefit from being milled. There's 4 Prowler of Niflheim. This also lets you mill 2 cards on enter, so just typical milling card. 4 Soulless Soldier, also another milling card, has a really good body actually. They said that this wasn't that good of a turn 2 play in the starter guide, but excuse me. I actually think this is totally decent for turn 2. I mean, if you have a standby you can stealth, a standby you can set, like Underground Dragger, one of the stealth monsters, I think that probably could be a better turn 2 play because you're setting up, especially if you had Prowler on for turn 1. But I don't think Soulless Soldier is like a horrible turn 2 play. I don't know why they made it seem like you shouldn't be playing him on turn 2. Because to me, it's like, well, when else would you be playing it with, like, you know, his great stats? 4 Dead Sight, your main win condition. Dead Sight lets you steal Resonators when you tap it, and Rezzard's your ruler and you deal damage with him. So if you attack and they block and you tap Dead Sight, you can take the monster you destroy, so that's always really fun. 4 Jayan, the Shadow Princess. This card is actually really great too. It's one of the shadow cards, and they say in the guide that it's normally seen in Dark Alice decks, but it's always just a really good dark card in general. She can of course be used to rest your opponent's Resonators and get some damage in. If you're destroying one of their cards with, like, let's say Dark Purge, and it rests another card, you can then attack into it with Rezzard and take control of it, so that's always a really cool interaction. 4 Mass-Produced Giant Landmine. This card, if they attack your Resonators, it flips it and destroys their card. It's a void card, which is really interesting because it's not black, but I thought it was a pretty cool addition because the stealth aspect of it is really cool. If they attack into Rezzard, you can flip it too, which is pretty cool. Actually, yeah, when a J Resonator controls attack. I thought for a second it was when their J Resonator attacks, but if your J Resonator is attacked by their J/Resonator, it still applies. So you can flip this in and kill a J Ruler too, which is absolutely insane. It's kind of like the one advantage this deck has against a lot of the other starter decks is that it has a lot of J Ruler interaction because Dark Purge hits J Rulers too. So it's actually pretty cool that it has like a lot of removal for that. And then just the 10 Darkness Magic Stones. They use a Twilight Wander art, which is pretty cool. This card comes foil in the actual set, so that looks really nice too. I actually use these in my Dark Alice deck because they look pretty cool. So if you guys do have any questions, also the background noise, I'm pretty sure that's RoboCop. Like I'm like looking out my window right now, and I'm just like waiting for him to just like slowly just like hover up because I live on like the 2nd floor. So like he's just gonna hover up and like stare at me and then just disappear. So every time you hear that like robotic noise, I'm just pretty sure that's RoboCop. So if you guys do have any questions or suggestions, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do because I have a ton of videos coming next week and the last starter deck opening coming tomorrow. And I will see you guys next time.